welcome to Modern Leadership. I'm Namrita, and this is
Elven.
And no, I knew his name. I knew your name first. I just wanted you to type. And here we are for our first ever podcast. I don't want to say I'm nervous. I'm not actually. It's actually very funny sitting over here in Graffiti Lane with Max over there, of course. We're going to do a little podcast. We're going to talk a lot. I think.
Hopefully it's interesting.
I think our crew, our amazing crew over here, come on, our friends Mel and Cal, you guys might have to tell us to just shut up at one point. Anyways, let's get into a few of our questions.
All right, let's
start.
Now,
some of these questions are going to be absolute random. Few of them are going to be about something that I think we both are in our daily life quite passionate about, or that is something that we do. I am definitely passionate about leadership just in general because it lets me help and support people and just connect with people usually. And I'm an extrovert by nature, slowly and gradually by age turning into an introvert, to be honest. I like my peace when I go back home. We'll talk about it if we have to. Otherwise, leadership is something that we are passionate about. So, yeah, I have a few questions for you. But before we get into the questions, how about you introduce yourself a bit and tell us about you. What do you do as a profession, and what are your passions?
Okay, so my name is Elven Jong. I am a CEO of an online trading company. That's my profession, 9 to 5. Keeps me busy, Monday to Friday, sometimes a little bit longer. But aside from the professional side, there's the fun side, the hobby side. Everyone has their professions and everyone has their hobbies, and my passion sits with social dancing, a lot of Latin dancing. I love movement, I love music, love connecting with people. So on the side, I do a lot of dances, performances. I take a lot of classes. I do a lot of different styles, Latin in terms of salsa, bachata.
And you have started teaching as well, right?
Just more recently, I've just started teaching. It's very daunting. Changing a hobby into something a little bit more than just a hobby now.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not something that happens overnight. So now that you have gotten started with it, you probably have put in so many hours into getting there. So.
Oh, that is true. I mean, when you think about the years that I've been dancing, it's been a roller coaster. My dad's journey, been up, down, taking breaks, really getting motivated. Really trying everything to then getting frustrated again, and then finally getting to this point where you feel that maybe you've worked enough, that you've got enough skill that you can maybe start helping other people out.
Yeah, no, I can totally relate to it. And how long? I mean, we met in dance, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
How long it's been? 7?
Ooh, it was 7 years. 7 years, I think.
Wow.
Well, like 2019.
Oh yeah, 2019. 7 years.
6-7 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, even with us.
Did we ever imagine that we would be sitting in Graffiti Lane like this?
100% not. Yeah. I mean, we barely spoke that much. Like
we did. Yeah.
But I think one thing though, aside from everyone else is somewhat half serious, you and I were always very silly. I think we're always laughing and just letting it go.
I know.
Yeah.
And we're still like that. Look at us.
Yeah, nearly 10 years later and we haven't changed.
Well, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you these questions. Okay.
All right.
So the first question, since we both love dancing, I thought let's start with something dance related. So what are your thoughts when you listen to this? Okay. What are your thoughts? Just absolute random thoughts.
First one is I want to dance. Number one.
Okay,
First one. Yeah. First one is definitely want to dance. It instantly hits the whole Latin vibe kicks in. Also, I can sense from the music as well. There's a bit of romance to it as well. So
I love reggaeton. Yeah, absolutely. What are your honest thoughts about, and this is something to do with leadership finally, what are your honest thoughts on today's leaders? Let's not go into the political part of it, but in general, let's say at your workplace, and you being in a leadership position as well, what are your general, honest thoughts? Like probably what they should be working on, or what are they like?
Mm. It's in today's time. It's very challenging. Modern leadership. The traditional role of leadership has changed a lot. Uh, I find that it's partly because everyone is expected to almost be a leader as well. And in saying that, the new leaders have to now take into consideration everyone's feelings, their goals, their dreams, their ambitions, the challenges that they're facing. It is a very new environment, new tech with all the information that we have online available now. I mean, you could
And
spend.
everything keeps changing, doesn't it?
Does not stop. I mean, when we met 7 years ago, I think I was pretty good with technology, and I thought I was keeping up to date. I'm starting to feel that I'm losing grip a little bit of technology, right? And as part of a leader, people do look up to you to know sometimes what's best.
Yes.
Like, how should we be moving forward
So true.
operationally, even for the business? Where should we be focusing our time, our efforts, our resources? Ultimately, you become that decision maker. So it is a tough time for modern leadership, but the positive part I do look is it's a good challenge to have when there's so many available resources now. Online, you can find countless tutorials, seminars, just motivational quotes. It's about the little things. When we think about it, I think for today is understanding that the environment changes a lot, and you got to be adaptable. So if I have to sum it down for a lot of modern leaders is one, you have to adapt, and two, it's not about being able to do everything yourself.
You just said it. Yes.
And I find the best part that what I try and do is I'm trying to give the opportunity for other members to be leaders as well. So whether it be just leading a project, or maybe leading a smaller team, or helping another team with another area, whether it's secondments, these little things I find help people build up the necessary experience, the skills. They also get to see what's missing and what more they can achieve. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I wish I knew a lot earlier when I started my career, is sometimes it's not about waiting for the position. Sometimes it's not about whether or not you're ready for the position. Sometimes it's about, can you just spot an opportunity for you to take it? And does your business or your manager or anyone around you, are they actually trying to hint an opportunity for you to take leadership? And it can literally be anywhere.
I know. I can't agree more, because I now being in these positions, when I actually communicate with people who have just joined the workforce, or who have just taken on certain senior roles, but probably are not leading teams or leading people, I actually look at them and I'm like, I'm thinking about their next opportunity. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, you know what? If that person or she or he is capable in this area, so probably next time anything comes through, I'm going to hand it over to her, or I'm going to hand it over to him. And that's exactly how our leaders thought about, or our managers, or whoever we reported to, they thought about us. Then we were probably just in our space, in our head, thinking that, oh my god, I won't be able to do this. But it's not like that. It's like, there are people who can see your potential, and just to be ready for it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think the interesting part that I've found as well is what you mentioned there, is about people who see the potential. And I think for me specifically, what was really interesting is reflection, because there were times when I noticed that the managers didn't see potential in me. And when I then compared to other people that were moving ahead, moving forward, or growing in other areas, it always came back like, why? Why is it? Why am I not growing? Why am I not being spotted? I believe I can do the job, or I believe I can compete. And the reflection, I think, is a self-driven. So the tough thing I really see is they really can usually only be one manager. So everyone's fighting for that role. Sometimes it's not about whether or not you can and can't do it. it's maybe there's just one person slightly better. So
Yeah.
what is it that you can do to be even better than that person, or what additional contribution can you give? And I think that's self-reflection is a very big part in trying to become a leader, and even once you're a leader, is to continually self-reflect, because many times I think I'm doing a great thing, and then the team members will be like, I didn't quite like how you handled that situation. I said, why? And get their feedback. And I was like, okay, I can kind of understand where you're coming from. And while we may have gotten the result, from what you've mentioned, there's probably a better way we probably could have gotten the result with more everyone winning.
Can I just probably pause here and say something that your team members actually being able to openly tell you that maybe this is a better option, not that you're wrong or anything, but then this is a better option, and being able to suggest you that says a lot about you as a leader too.
Mm,
And
yeah.
that is not easy for you to be approachable, for you to be open enough, and then for you to be a person who is of also of influence. It's a lot of things that one person has to be. So it's not easy, is what I'm saying. So good on you. There you go. So you already have got the main ingredient sorted in your cookbook. So that is actually good to hear.
Hope so.
And we never talk about leadership.
No, not
We
really.
never talk
We're
about
both
our
we're both
work.
in positions of leadership, and neither of us really ever talk
We
about
never.
it.
This is the first time we are talking about work,
Yeah,
about being in a leadership position, about absolutely anything and everything outside dancing.
I think usually our
And that
talks
too
of
on
work, yeah,
camera.
but yeah, yeah, no, because I think every time we talk about work, it's like a very quick moment, and it's like, oh, how's work going? And
Yeah.
you and I are like very quick to let the other person know, oh yeah, this is going, kind of
Yeah.
put it down in a schedule,
Yeah.
sum it up in a nice package, and it's like, ah, okay, great, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Few points that I could give, here it is, and go ahead with it. I'll see you in a month's time.
Efficient,
Yeah.
organized. That's another key to be sane and then to also be.
But I think the biggest part is, right, being efficient. It also allows us more time to relax outside of work, because otherwise, I mean, we
Oh, yeah.
love our jobs, but
Yes. Yes.
we also love the passions,
Yes.
right?
Look at us.
Yeah, that's where we are, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Um,
That is so important. Like I can't imagine me not being organized, me having things in my personal calendar or work calendar, or I don't know. Just I have got like a notebook. I have got like two notepads on my desktop, which has a huge list of things. I have another personal notebook where I list down things. So there's work notebook, there's personal notebook, and then I have phone list. It seems a lot, but
I'm-
I like it. I feel nice and in control.
it's pretty impressive. I always thought that I was, organized. I know I'm not the most organized person, but I thought I was quite organized. And then when I started hearing, when you kept telling me about how you keep organized and how you stay ahead, and on top of everything to be able to do everything that you do, I was like, oh, okay,
Oh no
maybe it's
no
time for some self-reflection and be a little bit more honest with myself.
no! I'm not. Okay, I might be a little bit too much of a list person. There you go. If it goes beyond this, then it'll fall into the unhealthy category. So
Yeah,
probably I need to also do the self
take away. But I mean, at
reflection.
least you're allowing yourself time to breathe, to do other things, other passions, chase things down.
I think that is very important because if you really want to. Like some people just like to focus on one thing, and that's absolutely fine. And there are people like us who I wouldn't say multiple split personality. Nah, it's just that we are people who like doing a lot of things. So for us, I think it is very important.
I mean, I know you're here to ask me, but actually, a very quick question with you
Yeah.
is, so anyone on my workplace, I mean, when you look at me, they see exceptional professionalism in my work, and then they really don't see another personality to me. So I'm curious, do you also have that same image at work where people see you and they really don't see that you could be this complete other person outside of work?
Um, actually, actually no. They like I'm pretty the same at work as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I got to
I,
change.
huh?
I need to change.
No, it's not like that. If you are able to maintain, if that is what it takes to, maintain certain kind of control or professionalism in your workplace, if that's the seriousness that's required in your workplace, then by all means, don't change it. Because, like, I don't know how would it work out if you change now after so long. For me, when I am like in meetings, work meetings, like I'm a test manager or quality manager, and now also getting into business partnering for a business unit, and basically I'm doing their business engagement. So I have to deal with people a lot, and within my IT test manager role, I have to be speaking to every single team. I have to be actually telling them that, hey, what you have built is all okay. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what? It's all bad. So I have to be dealing with heaps of teams, and I have to be actually telling them that, hey, you know what? Whatever, like all this is wrong. This is wrong, and then just go back and fix it again.
Yeah.
What I've learned over the years is, I think my predecessors or probably my previous people in my role, it was done in not in a pleasant way, and I saw how it kind of transpired into different teams. So when I was doing it, or when I started doing it, I actually always kept in mind that, hey, I am always going to make sure it's going to be double the effort, but I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be speaking to teams, and I'm going to be doing things, telling them that, hey, it's wrong, but I'm going to make sure that I'm over there emotionally present, or in whichever way, like provide a support, and just do it in a nicer way than just
Yeah.
say that, hey, this is wrong, and then just fix it. And I think that takes a lot more work than just saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
So if what I want to say is, in my role, I have to do this every single day, every single hour,
Yeah.
and it's not easy. If I keep myself very serious, I'll
Yeah.
probably go mad. Like if I don't, and this is me, like I'm not crazy as well, but I don't know,
You take a little bit. You take a little
Yes,
bit so
yeah,
they can.
yeah. So I kind of keep it real,
Yeah.
and just keep it myself. Like I bring myself out more,
Yeah.
and I try to keep it that way. Because otherwise, if I'm serious the whole time, I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
It's hard, right?
It is hard. I
Yeah.
find that hard, but I think people find it. For example, I don't know. You might be finding being serious easy.
No, it's hard. I mean,
See?
it is hard. There are moments where your inner self just comes right out, and you have no control over that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
You like you want to make a joke.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like it's too serious,
Yeah.
and then it's like this is just too serious. Like, what are we doing? What are we solving here? Like, what global warming? I have been and like I have made the joke in my head sometimes, and yes, sometimes you can't make a joke, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And I think you are, as as far as I know you, you are mature enough to know
Yeah,
where to
that's
draw
it.
the line, and
Yeah.
we both are. But otherwise, I find it much more easier to be myself in any situation. So at work, I am like this.
Yeah. Actually, as we're talking about this, the one intersection I do find really useful
Yeah.
in terms of hobbies and professionalism in leadership is a lot of the things that we do on the side. So, for example, our common passion of dancing.
Yeah.
When we dance either as a group or as a pair, there's a lot of skills that we pick up that actually become really useful as well for leadership. Like as a lead,
Yeah.
it's about communication. So am I sending mixed messages to the follow? Am I telling the follow to turn right, or but actually I need them to turn left? So I've realized it's about clear communication a lot of the time, not giving too many signals. It's like, what's the direct signal you need? Minimizing movement, being efficient with the timing,
Yeah.
building efficiency so we can get whatever we need to get done. So, and I think a lot of that fun part as well comes in to play.
Yeah. No, totally. I do the same. Like just being over here in dancing. In the last few years, where I have been really regular with dancing, it kind of gives me a bit of clarity because in dancing, you have to remember the steps, and you have to be part of the team of the group at all times.
Yeah.
You can't switch off, right? I think in the last few years that has started to happen at workplace as well. Like I kind of tune in automatically just because I know I'm part of that group. Like this is my team and I need to be in sync with them. So that's my kind of intersection. That's my kind of link
Yeah.
back to work and then to dancing and dancing.
He's kind of starting to see that there's like the blur between work and passion is it's starting to blur a lot more than what it used to be. That line is kind of
And that's
starting to
awesome,
disappear.
isn't it? Like
It is.
we are in a very good space. Like I feel bad for people before us
Yeah.
a little bit because that world was different. I've I've thought about this a lot. Like they were not allowed to probably, and I might be wrong, but how it seems to me when I've seen from this side of the century, they were not allowed to be another person. Like if they are a manager in a XYZ organization, that's their identity. They're not something that there were exceptions, but they were exceptions. Now this is becoming normal, which is so cool. And that's why modern leaderships, like, you know, we don't have to confine ourselves onto just one single identity. We can be as many personalities as we want, as many as we can handle,
Yeah.
right? So, and I think that that brings out the best version of everyone.
Yes.
Okay. This is just one question that we have spoken for. I don't know for how long.
But I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? I mean, it's more natural conversation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next question for you. What comes to your mind when you see this image?
Oh, okay.
Okay. You ready?
Am I ready?
Okay.
Of
It
course,
just
my
has to
eyes.
be
Or
just
no?
maybe one sentence. This.
I see a meadow, a beautiful meadow
Aww.
with lots and lots of flowers, sunshine, birds flying. Maybe it's where I want to be.
Oh, okay, there's another flaw. Okay, what comes to your mind when you see this image?
Ooh, this is like jazz band. I see a jazz band in a little dark, dingy little club, just in a nice table, having a nice glass of wine.
Okay, now I want you to create an imaginary situation using your meadow and your jazz band.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
What do I do with the two?
I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. Okay, next one. A question, okay? Do you think, absolutely random question, do you think washers and dryers are like actually friends or just work friends?
Are they friends or are they work friends? I believe that for them, the lines have been crossed. They started off as work friends. It's like, oh, hey, it's nice to meet you. My name's Fisher.
Yeah.
Oh, my name's Westinghouse. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yes,
So you
continue,
kind of
yeah.
start as work colleagues. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, nice. Well, what do you do? Oh,
Yes.
I'm in the drying department. What about you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the washing department. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay. So how do we get this to work? Like, do you want to do a full cycle? Are you doing half cycles? What are you doing today? It's
Wow.
like how much spinning and drying? Like, what do you need me to
Yeah.
do? So I feel like that's
Yeah.
how it starts
Yeah.
off, and then eventually, so many time has come by. They start talking about things. Little things happen, like, hey, have you seen the sock? What happened to the sock? Like, where did it go? What about this T-shirt? What did you do? Why is this is not what we agreed upon? I thought you were going to do this. You said we would get done by this
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So eventually, I think those little conversations, the gibberish conversations that
Yes.
happen, and I think they become bond eventually. I don't know if it's a friendship or if it's a love and hate relationship that they have, but eventually, I believe it transcends the initial work professionalism.
Well, I think that's how best friends for life are created. Well, there you go. You answered it beautifully. I would
I
have
don't think I've
never
ever thought about
a
that
washer
before.
and a dryer being any kind of friends. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Where did this question come from?
Well, they would just be like colleagues, probably just residing beside each other sometimes in some households. not even all of them. I don't know.
But imagine, I mean, this would be sad.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting too deep. But
No, no, go
imagine
for
it'd be
it.
sad if we are talking about this and bringing them to personifying these princes. If one of them breaks down, that's a sad story. Or if one of them gets replaced, they're like, oh,
Oh,
we're getting a new model coming in. It's like, oh, you're getting made redundant. That's sad. That's,
yeah.
I never thought about that.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe, yeah, being with, yeah. Um, that part, yes, yeah,
yeah,
that is sad. That is sad. We can have a sad podcast. It doesn't
yeah.
have to be all happy, happy. Like, life is not all happy. Yes, it appears so probably on my Instagram page most of the time because I am not someone who shares
Sadness.
the sad part of the life. I am like that. Yeah, I'm like a very lonely, sad, like, in my, I like, yeah, I don't like sharing.
It's a tough one, right?
It is tough. It's not for, yeah, I would say, I'm not that strong in that area. Like, I can't.
And I think that's a challenge from being a partner, a friend, even as a leader,
Yes, yes,
is understanding that people may be going through things, and
yes,
sometimes they're not open or
yes,
ready to
yes,
communicate that or share that with you, and sometimes you just got
yeah,
to be okay with it and
yeah,
say, okay, well, that's fine. Let's just get to an environment because we both have to coexist anyway.
yeah.
We both have a task to do or a result, or we need to, go somewhere. Let's just, what do we need to do to get there?
Yes, I think if we see it from a leadership lens, I have to work, or I'm constantly working on this aspect,
Mm.
wherein I am also sharing like my human side, because as a person and knowing myself, I can be a person who will always be like, no, everything's fine, and everything's good, and you don't have to worry about me. But over the last few years, I'm, I'm trying to be courageous, and I'm trying to be a bit more vulnerable. I can't be completely vulnerable. That's not going to happen, saying it out loud now. But I try to be, because I've seen that, one, people do understand. It's not like that. Everyone thinks you're like, you're going to probably carry a mountain or something. No, it's not. It's never like that. So you have to take that image out of yourself, out of your head, and people do understand, and overall it helps run your team in a really good way. It helps in facing challenges, any kind of challenges, work challenges that we have, in a very collaborative way. So it always helps, but it doesn't come
Yep.
naturally. Yeah. That's the challenging part. Saying that, hey, I'm sick,
Yeah.
is a very big thing for me.
Really?
Like, I don't like falling sick. Yes, see, I have these problems. I have
Uh,
these issues.
if her work is seeing this, now you know.
They know I have been open enough, like, to tell them that I can be like this. So yes,
But that's good. I mean, that's self-reflection to know where your, I guess where your boundaries are, or the areas that you still need to continue to improve, and at least
yeah,
recognizing that and letting people
I'll have
know
to
that.
work on that for life. Yeah. Anyways, that was a good one. The washers and the dryers. And we might have a part two of it, the sad version of it,
That
in the next
if
podcast.
people really want to
If
hear
people
about
really want
what
to hear,
happened, yeah,
yes, the sad part continues.
yeah.
Stay tuned. The next one. So, if your mom were to explain what you do for a living, how would that go? Or probably a family member, or, yeah, I don't know, your grandma or someone.
Very good question.
Also-
Actually, I have no idea.
Let's see.
How would my mom, even my mom or dad, how would they say it? Mom, how would you explain this to other people? Yeah. Uh, Look, from what I think my mom knows, I think she'd probably just explain my title
Yeah,
and then hope that everyone understands that.
yeah,
I don't know if she even really understands the industry that I'm in. I know she knows that I'm in
yeah,
financial services, but
yeah.
I don't know if she knows specifically the product. So I think she'll just say, my guess is she'll probably say, I'm just a manager and I manage people,
Oh, okay.
right?
Well, that's close enough.
It's kind of. I
Kind of,
mean,
yes.
I think that's where
You manage the managers.
Yeah.
A lot more managers, maybe.
yeah. But I mean, I think that's probably the biggest difference, right? Is it's not managing people is one, but it's one of the many different hats you wear when you want to really get results done, lead a team, is it's getting you also need to be the ideas person. You also need to be sometimes a supportive person, especially depending on the size of the business. If you're small, everyone has to wear multiple hats. If you're bigger, then you can kind of delegate some of the work to some other people. But I mean, we're at more on the medium size, so smaller to medium size. So we still have to juggle quite a fair few hats. So I don't know, Mum. What do you think? You tell me.
Well, next time if you when you see her or speak to her, then just ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask her. Actually, I haven't thought about this one for myself. I think my mom, of course, she knows that I work in IT and I'm a test manager, and
Does she
uh,
understand the industry?
she just knows IT. Like she's
Oh,
just like, yeah, probably just thinks I'm an IT guru or something, and I can solve everything. Like just yesterday,
yeah.
I called the service desk, which is the
It's,
IT's IT person, to fix my
oh,
monitor
yeah.
because I did everything with the wires. It was just a wire and the docking station actually. It didn't work. So IT needs IT too.
Yeah.
I don't think she will understand this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna ask this question to her. Yeah, and my dad too. Yes. We'll see how that goes. This is another one. If I did say, if I would say one word now, what would come to your mind first?
Okay. Am I going to say one word?
You can say whatever comes to your mind.
All right.
Okay. Zombie apocalypse.
Run. Just run. Run. It's that's a fear actually. A zombie
Is
apocalypse.
it?
It's. I mean, I know it's not gonna. It's not real.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Who knows?
I mean, yeah. I tried to convince myself it's not going to be real,
Who
but with
knows?
all these TV shows that keep coming out,
Exactly.
yeah, I was like,
You
it's
know?
possible. Like,
It is.
could I mean, with technology, could we get brain dead people walking around just being slightly crazy? Ah, yeah,
Well,
it's a could be a thing.
you're sitting in Hosea Lane.
Yes.
Well, okay.
So I mean, that's probably not the best thing because if there is a zombie apocalypse, everyone already knows don't be near Elven because he's just running right
You're
now.
running?
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I need help. Where did he go? He's gone.
Oh, you wouldn't be shooting down the zombies,
I mean,
like throwing things.
we're in Australia, so we don't really have firearms to begin with, like everywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I do.
What would you do?
I could
Like,
create
let's say if
Molotov cocktails, right? But I mean, you may at that point.
you don't have that much time left.
Exactly?
Like,
And
let's say if there's zombies walking from that end of the alley.
yeah,
Of course we'll run.
real
Yeah.
run, real
We'll
run.
leave all of this and we'll
Run,
run.
yeah.
Yeah. I will run too. Would you just run straight? Like absolutely like just run, keep running without thinking, or would you strategize?
Look, I hope that I have a long stretch of straight running. So
Straight running.
no, for a
Because
while,
the zombie can see where you're running.
yeah. Well, no. I mean, give me at least a little bit of maybe like 50 meters of straight running, so I can think while I run,
Fair enough.
and then I'll know where to go from there. Right.
Right.
But
Fair.
I think the first part is being able to just start running because
Yes.
if you start getting weaved in and out, you actually it's kind of like
Yes. You might hit a dead end.
and then you're screwed.
And then you're yes.
Yeah.
Do you know how to climb a wall?
I've never done parkour. No, now that
No?
we're talking about it, it's probably a really useful skill to have.
Yeah.
I'll probably do what I needed to do to climb. I mean, I tried doing what do you call it, rock climbing for a bit. I'm afraid of heights, so
Are you?
yeah. I mean, I'll do things at like roller coasters and I'll still do crazy things, but I am afraid of heights, generally speaking.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Delving too much about my personal
That's
life
good
now.
to know. Yeah. Good, right? I wouldn't be the one pushing you from a plane.
What do you mean? There's a high chance. Yeah.
Skydiving, but a lot of zombie apocalypse talks. I love zombie. I love watching
Oh, really?
zombie series and movies and apocalypse, like in general, like everything's like everything just stopped and we can't use electricity anymore, and we have to start riding horses.
This is Red Dead Redemption, but with zombies.
everything like with the movie I'm Legend, that kind of and I like to imagine that I'm not Will Smith, but yeah, like, I'm someone who is at least trying to help and support.
I have one bone to pick though with a
Yeah.
lot of these zombie films is the, aside from the initial concept of the zombie of however they're coming, however they're being created, how zombies continue to live doesn't make any sense. Like no substance. I mean, some of them will feed, you call feed or attack
Yes,
people,
yes, and eat their brains.
eat their brains, but then what? I mean, they're moving,
They
so
just probably are alive on that as long as they can.
so essentially, zombies are high on life or unlife because they just live perpetually dead.
Yes.
Maybe that's an
And that's a very
aspiration. Yeah.
deep, yes. That we can just go into a rabbit hole just talking about that concept, that yes, the theme. Well, we can actually go on to our next ones. I've got a lot of questions for you. And my final one is going to be the rapid fire, which is going to be the fun one.
All right.
Okay. Next one. If you could permanently change the price of something to $1, what could it be? Or what would it be?
Only one thing.
One thing.
Okay. As I'm thinking about it, I'm torn between two things that it could be. One is like fruit or food or consumption, right? That's
My
the
friend here went with fruit. Okay. What's
Yeah,
what's the other? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. The other one would be something as more of a gift, such as a flower. What? I don't know. There's a right or wrong answer to this one. Is there?
No, there isn't a right. But you could have gone with a high-rise apartment. You could have gone with a whole I don't know, a building or a real estate or the whole, I don't know, the city of Melbourne. $1. Come on, you went with fruit.
Well, no. Hold on. Okay, let's just hear me out for a second.
Okay.
I had two things thinking when I came up with it. One is fruit is the the businessman side of me thinking, right? Whereas look, if fruit was just $1 every fruit, it means that everyone could eat for $1. All right, so I'm thinking of the greater,
Fair enough, of
the
course.
greater good.
Yes. Yeah.
I think actually both are somewhat similar. The second one, where I said a flower, that was so that for the price of $1, you can brighten someone's day,
So
right?
true.
So that's what I was thinking at
can
that
see
time.
the kinder side in you.
But I mean, yeah. So those are probably the two things that I think, because I thought about it, as you said, if an apartment is $1,
We'll
what
be out of
does
them.
yeah, we'll be
Right.
out of them. And does anyone really get like what do we achieve? Is anyone happy? Is anyone fed? I mean, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I tried to hit one of those. Oh, there's actually, now that you mention it, shelter's number
See?
shelter's number. I think that's the top one, right? Never. Okay, maybe you might have a point on that.
Yeah.
$1 villas, like
$1.
beach villas.
$1. That's
Yeah.
the next business idea. Okay? $1 villas. I know. You want to bring him? Maybe yes for a bit.
No.
Cat, are you okay?
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay. Right?
I'm Max.
Okay.
He's got to be impatient.
Okay.
Just making an appearance.
Max is beautiful.
Oh,
His debut.
All right, buddy.
I know.
He just wants to be in the
Yeah.
online.
He saw someone with a camera just now taking a photo and he's just like waiting to like
It's all the training. It's all the training that's paying off. Good.
He's being such a good boy. He's a really good boy.
Does he want to sit here?
Who wants to sit? You can sit.
Sit.
Yeah.
Max,
I
sit.
think Max, sit. Sit here. Sit with us. Yes.
Then you want to hold his hand?
You good holding it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can pass it if once you're.
Yeah. Sit, Baba. Good boy. Yes. Okay. We have another guest. Introducing Maximus. Okay. With Maximus here. Next question. This question is a good one. What drives you the most in life? Like, what's that one driving
Sorry.
factor?
The first thing, as you said that, the first thing that popped into my mind is A car? I guess that's usually what I'm in when I'm driving, but I know that's not what you're going to ask. Sorry, let's go. Dad jokes.
So you can do this in meetings if
Yeah.
you like. I do this.
Or you
Sometimes.
interrupt them and just
If
stop.
it just comes, I have to let it out. Like I can't keep it inside my head and then go on with a serious discussion. Oh my God, yes, we started writing this, and like okay, fine, we're gonna put in this application, we're gonna do this software, okay, what about the integration? And I have to let it out. I have to, otherwise I wouldn't be able to think straight.
Yeah.
So no, that's not the answer. I mean, yes, car would be the right.
I think it even matches, but
It doesn't. Okay, what drives you most
okay.
in life, like most in life? Like, what's that one driving factor?
You see what I'm getting at, right?
What's that one driving factor in your life that keeps you going? That one thing that wakes you up from your bed every morning, other than coffee, if you are a coffee lover.
Uh, it it's changed a lot over the years, but I think in today's more so today, recently, it's just excitement to try and achieve something. Uh, so whether it be at work, trying to achieve something in terms of maybe I want to do a new project or I want to see a team, so I can see someone really developing into a new role.
Yep.
That's one, or even on the side, which is I'm about to learn improve a technique. I want to pump in another 1 to 2 hours of repetition and say I've almost got it. I've almost got it. I've almost got it. Um, I think that's what's really getting me up and I think the hard part when I wake up is what am I focusing on today? Because you got that limited time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's at least that's what I've heard in all the 100 podcasts that I keep listening to, is that it is healthier to find these daily purposes, these little daily purposes that keeps you driving. And we as humans, as people, we keep changing so much every single year. It's a different, like when I reflect back, and that's why I love the gram, because I actually just scroll back. Half of the time the viewers is just me going back and looking at my reel 1,000 times. But I just like to go back and see, I did this last March. Maybe it's time to do it again, or oh my God, I'm never ever gonna do that again. So I think that's good to find these little purposes, if that's a word, every single day or week. But I think that's healthier.
Yeah. And I think when people when I talk to some people about like these little hobbies or things, I think some people think that it has to be something grand or something really big. It's like, no, it doesn't really have to be. I mean, maybe it's just about finishing the book. Maybe you love reading books and just, oh, I really wanted to finish a book. I really wanted to go for a walk, or I wanted to be able to complete a walk through a particular garden. I want to be able to go through a jog. I wanted to start the gym. Anything, whatever it is. It's just, as you say, these little steps, because each one I think just progresses you to the next one.
Oh, totally. It just, we as humans, oh, there was another thing that I heard that apparently we, let's say if we have a goal to achieve, let's say if I have a goal, let's say ABC goal, and if I've hit that goal, okay, um, me as a human, after I've achieved that goal, I would actually be looking for another goal,
Yeah.
another goal post, another something else. So it is said that we as humans, we are actually, from an evolution point of view, we are designed in a way where we do not stop at one point or one location, because that's how, like, if you go back to think from an evolution point of view, and this is coming from that the book that I've been reading, Sapiens.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's so true, isn't it? If we stop, if we just stop at one place, and if we probably just stay over there in that one cave that probably we found food in, and if we don't keep moving, there's going to be some predator or some animal that's going to come and find us and eat us. And, from an evolution point of view, and so our brain has been designed in a way, or probably been set in a way, where we wouldn't be happy in one place even after we reach that particular destination. We'll keep on looking for the next one and for the next one. So it goes for all our goals and whatever plans that we have set for us. So,
How do you stop yourself from getting to a point where you're not going down a path that really doesn't give you a benefit? So, like, sorry, I mean, it's hard to probably should have put some background to context to that is, so let's say you've achieved a particular goal, you can continue down the same path and go further down that goal, but it may not give you as high a benefit as to maybe doing another different goal. So how do you decide which goal to do? Tough.
Tough. It is tough, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's a hard one. I find is there's no right or wrong. It's
Yeah.
sometimes it's it, and I think that's the hard one. When we see a lot of when you hear about a lot of, let's say, Hollywood stars or people who are quite famous,
Yeah.
who then say that they're very depressed, like in the long term, like later down the path, this has been very depressing, and then you wonder, why is it? And more recently, I'm thinking maybe is it because there's a lot of focus in one path, and it was great. You achieved something so great, like for example, you start off with a local
Yeah.
acting role,
Yeah.
then you got like a great national role, then you
Yeah.
got into overseas, then you got
You
into
got the
Hollywood,
Grammys, you got the Oscars, yeah.
But then what else is there?
What else?
Yeah, I mean, and does anything else you do does it actually make you really happy?
Yeah.
So I think it's a hard one.
It is hard, isn't it? Yeah. It is hard. Wow.
So that's a challenge, I
Well, we
think.
still have the Grammys and the Oscars to win. So. We're not even.
We're not there
actors.
yet.
We're not even actors. Come on.
It's okay. I mean, when the zombie thing happens, I will then create my own Oscars, and I will be there. I'll invite you.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make a podcast. Maybe by then we'll be, set enough to probably just have a podcast anywhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be so much. Again, a zombie apocalypse is not going to be fun.
No.
It's going to be dangerous. And who knows who will be alive.
That's a very high chance you and I will not be alive. I mean, we can't climb walls very well. So.
Okay, next question.
All right.
Have you had a gut feeling that you were meant for more? More love, more balance, more life, more dancing? I don't know. What's your more?
Yes, I think I have, and I think most of us do.
Yeah.
Most of us do. Probably feel there'd be very few of us that would ever not feel that we could have done more.
Yeah.
Perhaps may have gone back to what you mentioned before about the need to always keep growing,
Yeah.
taking on new challenges. Because I think we always think, I made it this far.
Yeah.
What's another little step that I
Yeah.
could have gone?
Yeah.
Once if I didn't go out on this night and
Yeah.
instead I did this, or what happens if I chose to invest my money a different way? That's one thing I always look back about my investment decisions. Oh man, that's
So true.
yeah. And I was like, I could have done so much more, as like that gut feeling, and then it's
Yeah, Bitcoin. NFT.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
I mean, you could have funded your a global podcast with that.
No.
Yeah, whatever you wanted.
Yeah, with like a crew of 10 people.
Yeah.
We could be just doing this, but no, I don't think that's another thing. And just like a random question though, like a lot of people, and nowadays especially, people are going out and making this as their full-time profession, like their passion projects is their full-time profession. People are leaving their day jobs, starting a business, becoming entrepreneurs, and I don't know, like I love that they have the courage to do that and they are so sure about their decision, but I have thought about it. I think about it a lot these days because I do have some kind of potential that I can probably just drop dead whatever professionally I'm doing, do something else. But I don't think I will do it. Like I don't want to do it. It's like I don't know. Like this might sound very ick, but I love my job. I love it. I
Yeah.
don't know. I love having an agenda. I love going to work. I love that's of course things keep changing, but for now, whatever team I have, the bosses that I have, the people that I'm surrounded with by, I just love them. Touch wood. Things keep changing, so it might be different another day, but for now,
It's good.
or for the last few years, I've been loving it. So I wouldn't give it up. Like I want to be in a meeting. I don't care. I want to join a Teams call. I want to be having project managers send me meeting minutes and me having to read it and review it, and I don't know.
It's not a
That's
problem.
sad.
It's not sad. I think it's sad. I think each of us are born and each of us grow. We
Yeah.
develop differently. Our interests are really different, and how we focus is also really different.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I look at me, because I don't know your full history, but if I look at mine, I can say that even with my professional career, I was the last one in any one of my friend groups to start my professional career. I started really late. Yeah, I started really late in my professional career. But it's everything you do, it's not a waste as long as you can take something from what you did. Lessons that I learned, things that you've achieved, new skills that you've acquired, not really a problem. So I can understand that there are some people who are just born or geared better to just focus and say, I can commit, let's go all out. And others that, we're built to do multiple things, or we're more focused to be a bit more, I guess we'll do the more common way approach first, and then we'll slowly break out once we've kind of set our ground.
Like, let's say, even if, someone gives me $1 billion, or let's say I have it in the bank, I still wouldn't quit. I would still want to wake up. I'm not a morning person, but still I want to wake up in the morning, and I want to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get dressed up, I want to go to work, I want to meet people, I want to have absolutely random water cooler chats.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. I want to say good morning 100 times sometimes. Sometimes I do want to just not do it, but I wouldn't give it up. Like, I wouldn't. Anyways, that's super. Okay, you ready? So which one is going to be, news reporter or fish market seller?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to a fish market seller in a while, so I might go to the news reporter.
I think the news reporter should be good. Okay, here's the script, and now do the best news reporter voice.
My best news reporter voice. Okay.
Whatever news reporter voice you've got. I hope you'll be able to read this. Okay, there you go.
I was never good at drama.
Yes, Papa.
Okay. I'm going to be a weather reporter. Okay.
Good.
Hi, I'm Blaze. Welcome to the weather forecast. Now let's see what the weather is in today. In the north of the country, it's very windy and cold. Chance of some rain too. So don't leave home without an umbrella. Now the temperature is around 10 degrees centigrade. In the east, it's going to be raining all day. So take out your umbrellas. I'm afraid now there's maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon. The temperature is a bit higher at around 13 degrees. In the west, middle of the country, the weather is dry. Take out your sunglasses, your mojitos, and chill out. But it's going to be a bit cloudy, so hey, put on those shades. So no more rain for you. But it is quite windy and the temperature is just 10 degrees.
Now end it. Like, how would you end it? Stay tuned, or I don't know.
How do they end it? It's been a while since I've seen the end of it. It's like,
See it in my app.
yeah. I'm Blaze. This is your weather forecast for today.
Nice. That was awesome. And someone applauded in the background.
I don't know. This is a hard weather script to read.
All right. Sorry.
I should have read it. I should have read it first.
You did
I
it
should
so
have read
well.
it first.
You did it so well.
Yeah.
No, you were awesome. You were awesome. Okay, next time it's going to be the fish market seller.
Yeah, next. Okay.
Okay, cool. Now, final one. Rapid 5 questions. Someone who makes you laugh.
Melanie?
Someone you wish you... Someone who makes him laugh. Not the other way. Someone you wish you knew better.
That would be my grandma on my mom's side.
Okay. Someone who is a leader.
My dad?
Someone who has shared a secret with you, or you have shared a secret with them.
I'm not really sure. My best friend, I guess.
Your best friend?
Yeah, Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay, it's Jonathan, guys. Someone who is a friend.
Just anyone?
Anyone.
Okay, I mean, that's countless.
Me, I'm
Yeah.
sitting right in front of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, now you
That's
can choose
hard
another
because,
friend.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many friends there. So I've got, all you guys are friends here.
Anyone.
Max, today you are going to get a special mention, buddy. You are going to be my friend. I hope you feel the same way about me too.
Oh my God. Someone you respect.
Ooh, someone I respect. It's my grandma on the other side. A lot.
Grandma taste. Someone who
Family
lives
plays a big
out
part,
loud.
as you can see.
Huh?
As you see, family plays a big part for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone who lives out loud. So, like, they don't care what people think. What do they do? Yeah.
That would have been. That was my best friend Daniel.
And last one, someone who carries the team.
Oh, someone that carries the team. That's everyone that I know. Who doesn't carry the team? Actually, that's probably the best one. Who can I not rely on to carry the team? No,
Rapid fire.
No one. I think everyone I know carries the team. Surround yourself with good people.
That's the leader in you.
Yeah. You gotta surround yourself with good people.
That's the leader
Yeah.
in you. Wow. There you go. That was the final mile of this very first podcast. And thank you for doing this.
No,
This
thank
was
you for
just
having me.
Absolutely awesome.
This was
I
fun.
don't know if I was having you in the show, you were having me in the show. I think we all are. I mean, the thing is, I couldn't have asked for anyone better to do this with, like with you, with Mel, Cal. Like, I think we all really enjoy this creative process or the creative side of us. We are not looking for any outcome, or we are not looking for views and all of those things. I mean, of course, they are amazing. They're quite they're the motivating factor. We're not looking for that. It's just this,
No.
just creating something.
I think it's great to share.
Yes.
There's a lot that we have, and some is good to share. And you never know who's going to connect with it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And that is where I really wanted to do this for a while, for a year and a half now, was because I started listening to a lot of podcasts. And I'm like, man, I am learning so much. I'm connecting so much. We also talk with each other, like, with all my friends. I do have these conversations. And I'm like, man, if people listen to this, they might get something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you probably make a big point is people sometimes think that they have nothing to say.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone has something to say. Everyone's
Absolutely.
opinion matters, and
Yeah.
everyone has a life story, and everyone's
Yes,
life story is
it is.
interesting.
Yes. Yeah, totally. And maybe next time we can talk about, I don't know, cultural intelligence and geopolitics and I don't know what all things, if we ever do this again,
Yeah.
that is. But otherwise,
definitely.
this was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thanks for
Love
having me.
you. And Mel and Cal, can you please come over here? I have some questions for you. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't like questions. Nah. Next time we're gonna have Mel over here on the hot seat, and we will explore her leadership side, her random dancing side. No, actually, that's not random. She's a dancer.
Competitive.
Yeah. So there you go. I've already introduced our
next.
next speaker. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We shall
Thank you.
stay tuned. I don't know what to say. We can just wrap it up with the music or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
just-
I don't care.
How do you finish these things,
I
right?
don't know.